And welcome to the Artistry Collective's Feeling Frosty live event. Thank you so much to Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage for organizing this collective as we are. And thank you so much for being here for another fun live Wednesday. So I thought today I would work on this blue Christmas book I've been working on as a design team project for Guided Creation Printables. And you can see it is feeling a little frosty. It's got all kinds of beautiful imagery for a blue Christmas, which I think is absolutely beautiful. Now, some people can take other meaning to that, meaning, maybe they're missing someone on Christmas or what have you. But I think the shades of blue are absolutely gorgeous. So I think I want to turn this one around here. Now, I am going through adding pages and doing some of the detailed work in here. Again, all of the beautiful printables are from Guided Creation Printables. Hello, friends. There's Rhonda and Tomorrow's in the house. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for being here and joining us for our live Wednesday with the Artistry Collective. So let's see. I need to add some pages and some envelopes, and we're going to have a little play with some of these frosty things that I am adding here. I love this. Look at this. It almost looks like it's stenciled, but that is just part of the printable. Let's turn this one the other way around. Give it a little look like some snow is in there. We've got some varied sizes of the papers, and these are just printables that I've added so far. So we've got a 2-signature slipped spine book, which I love. Let's go ahead and add something back here. I think maybe this one will add to the center of the signature. These are absolutely gorgeous printables. You can find them on Etsy under Guided Creation Printables. And Cynthia is absolutely fantastic. Beautiful designer work that she does. Okay, there we go. I think that looks really pretty at the center of that signature. And then this one, this front signature, so I've played with a couple of embossing folders. These are by Tim Holtz, of course. Now, I don't know if these are still on the market. These are pretty old. They've just been in my stash, but that's what I encourage you guys to do is go to your stash, see what you have. Tim Holtz even takes his stash to another level during this holiday makes. He pulls a bunch of things and puts them in like a basket or a container or whatever, so that he can just kind of rummage through and see what he has for the holidays to play with. So I have this snowflake one and then this awesome little snowman, and I have played with them here. This was just a scrap piece of paper that I had, so I thought it would make a fun page in one of my signatures. We'll add to this dark blue. Let's find it a good home here. Now this one, I didn't put anything on this one, and you can see my scrap piece of paper has all kinds of, I think I've used it to paint on and whatever, and that's okay. So we're just going to go ahead and put this here, I think. I love a slipped spine because you can just go through and add wherever it is that you see fit. Let's make sure that backside is in a good place. It is. So we can add a pocket here, or it can even just be a flip in or flip out. And I left the branding strip on, so I have a little extra room when I cover this, and we can add some trim or whatever we want to do there. Okay, and then since we are feeling frosty today, there's Jana. Hello, hello. I did the same embossing folder on one of these little bags that I have. We'll put this in as a pocket, and we can put some fun ephemera in there. And then I did on this one going this way, because then we can put this little guy in as a page. But first we will we'll do some extra embellishing to this one before we turn it into a page, and that will be a page with a pocket. Hi Pam, you made it. Welcome. And then These are toilet paper rolls. So I thought these would be fun to play with. These are, like I said, just toilet paper rolls. And what a fun little pocket these will make. Or you could even use them as like a belly band. We could put them going this way, either way, just to put a little tag or something in there. But look how cool they look with my embossing folders. That shape and image right there on them. I love it. So we're going to have some fun colorizing these today. And I haven't figured out much of the cover yet. This is a beautiful snowflake that I have put 2 different types of Nuvo drops on. And it is going to go right on the cover here, but I haven't decided if I want to make it a pocket, if I want to make the snowflake interactive. So that one is yet to finish. And a lot of times I remind everybody to do the cover when you feel most inspired. So I knew I wanted to play with the snowflakes, so I just let myself do that, even though I really didn't know what the rest of the cover was going to be looking like. So I've stamped some crazy just background stamping on here. Isn't that blue just lovely? Yeah, TP rolls. They are fun. We're going to just have some fun playing with these today. Hi, Christy. There's Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage. Up after me is Leah from Make All the Things with Me. You can find the whole collective, all of their Facebook and YouTube links in the description. We get together every Wednesday here on YouTube. We're all trying to grow. I am just 5 friends away from 7K on Facebook. How amazing is that? And we already hit 5K here, so we're just continuing to grow. And I thank you guys so much for your support. Now, in our Feeling Frosty book, we could put some penguins. They are pretty cute. The blue, you need this blue in your life. The blue is actually mostly the printable. So see all the hues of blue on here? I just went over it with my favorite blue in Nuvo, which is Sea Breeze. Now that is what's on the center there. And then I used this sparkly one. Let me grab it. It has kind of disappeared in my world over here. Guys, I am so overdue to clean this desk. It's not even funny. I just keep going from one craft project to the next. Okay, here we go. It is the Glitter Drops Silver Moon Dust. Hi, Janet. Oh, you love the penguins. We made those on Monday on Facebook. And that is Walter. Super cute. I did not name him. It's a Tim Holtz die. And no, we made that on Tuesday because we talked about it for Tool Talk Tuesday. Putting together all these little pieces. Aren't they just so sweet? Love it. Okay, but today we're feeling frosty and we're going to play with some snowflakes and this little snowman. I haven't used Lost Shadow a whole lot as a color, but it does work really well on craft colored paper. So let's have a little play with that. Okay. Get an ink dabber. Hi, Dee Dee. Hello, everyone. Hello. Oh, your table's bad. Girl, I bet you mine is way worse. I am literally up to my toes in just stuff that I just sit on the floor. And then before I know it, it like takes over. Takes over the world. Okay. Now, you can use, crackle paste, crystal paste, glitter, texture paste, all the things. But you can also just kind of stick with your inks and stuff too. We're going to get this good and inked up and we'll see what we can do. Let's put some Lost Shadow. I want to just maybe start on the snowflake and we'll see. So this was just a toilet paper roll. And we'll just see what it looks like here. So I'm using this on the embossed side, which is the raised side. You can also play with the debossed side. The debossed side is the side that it is pressed in, and it will colorize totally different. Look how pretty this is. Now, we could also add in some blues, just so that it really matches our book. But let's just first get some of this lost shadow on here, which kind of makes it almost look like a white. Just going to go around the edges. And then we can still take our Nuvo drops, our stickles, or whatever you want to use, sprays, splatters, texture paste, all the things. So let's put some on this other side and see what it looks like too. It's pretty, isn't it great? Yeah. I was flipping through some books that I've done and I'm like, what did I use there? What kind of cardboard? And then I was like, oh yeah, that was toilet paper roll. So I thought what fun we would have today to feel frosty and use some of these toilet paper rolls. Now you can see this makes a totally different look here. I wish I should have done one so you could do them side by side, but this is the side with the impression poked out. This is the side where it is poked in. You got your scoops today! Yay, yay, yay! They did go out in the mail. If you don't know what scoops are, I do a scoop sale the first Monday of every month on Facebook. Next month, it's going to be a different day. I think it's going to be maybe Wednesday, actually, just because of the New Year holiday. But there we go. Isn't that cool? All right. They are embellishments put together in a random mystery mix of scoops. What we call scoops. Scoops, scoops, scoops. And it is just so much fun. The next one is going to have all sorts of snowflakes and wintry, wondery things. Now, the only person I don't think that works for is our friend Chris Tompkins in Australia, because I think it's summertime there right now, right? If I'm not mistaken. All right, I want to add some little bits of blue to this because I really want for it to match our book. So let's grab a little bit of Stormy Sky. And you can use your dabbers or you can just use your glass mat, or a lot of times I use an acrylic block just to put my ink on there. It is summertime there. I thought so. Well, hopefully you're staying cool. We're helping you feel a little frosty today. Maybe you have an iced cold drink of some sort, some iced tea, some lemonade. All right, let's just put a little bit of blue. Let's start around the edge and just see what that looks like. Oh, I love that. Look at that. Oh, I've already inked up my nails. Awesome. Now, I am loving this color combination. This is really great. All right, let's do some of that around here as well. We'll add in some blue. We can add in just little bits of blue on the snowflake itself too. I think Leah said from Make All Things With Me, I think she is going to do some sort of crochet today. I'm excited to see that. Crochet little snowman, she said, I think. You're sitting in a park waiting for your son, and it's quite warm. You have a water and a Coke. Oh, that sounds lovely. Well, I am bundled up in 2 sweaters in my craft room in Western Washington. There's no snow right now. We've mostly had a lot of rain. And look at how pretty that is, you guys. I love that. Ah, there's Leah right there. Yes, she said she is going to crochet today. So check that out. I'm excited to see that. I tried to learn crochet from my grandma long time ago. And I never could learn more than making 1 chain. I can loom knit, and that's about it. That's my extent of yarning. Except for I do put yarn on my books. Okay, so let's see. Let's make our little frosty guy more prominent here. Go back to the lost shadow. And we'll just go ahead and color him in. Look how great that is. I love that contrast, just brings it right on out. And then on this one, I think I'm gonna add an eyelet. We've already got some snowflakes here, but we can always add another. We can decide if we want to put one on his hat or if we want to put one down here in the mix. We'll just add some metals. So I have some fun little snowflakes here. I've got a blue one. That might be pretty. We could put one right up there on his hat. I think they're kind of big for his hat, though, maybe. I don't know. Or I've got these white ones. We can just put one down here in the mix, maybe right in the middle. Just give it some extra shape, dimension, interest. Love it. Okay. I think I might go for his hat. I have these other ones too. Are they bigger or smaller? I think they're bigger. What do you guys think? Should we stick with white? Now we could color in his hat black. I don't want to get too detailed into the colors though, because I'm really enjoying it just kind of being kind of like his Frosty shadow. But I do have some black soot here, and we can color in and make his hat just a little more prominent. Let's see. And I've got one of these brushes on a stick, which I love. You like the blue snowflake? All right, what do you guys think? Blue or white? Let me know. And we're going to color his hat just a little bit. Hi, Diana. You like the blue one? Okay, so we'll just get a little bit of this ink and we'll go ahead and color in his hat just a bit. And I'm just going to let it kind of fade down at the bottom there. That is the beauty of this ink. You can kind of decide how much or how little you want to add. There we go. Little smidge will do us. It is a sponge tip brush. These were just some makeup brushes I had laying around in my bathroom that I'd never used. I think it came in a kit or something, nothing fancy, but it does come in really handy when you're just trying to ink some things up. All right, so there is what the blue one would look like. Pretty cute. And here is what the white one would look like. I think you guys are onto something. I think I like the blue one better too. So let's go ahead and do that. Now I'm just gonna poke a hole, but just in one side. We're gonna use our crocodile. And we need the 3/16 hole. We'll put this, sometimes you have to turn your hole punch upside down just to get it in the right spot. There we go. You like the white. Oh no. I think I'm going to go with blue just because it'll be different. Look how cute that is. Oh my goodness. But it does, let's see it with white one more time. Oh, it is pretty cute. I think I do like the color though. We're just going to go ahead and add the color. All right. And then we will use our crocodile, get it in here. Okay. Now, depending what we're going to do with this, we could put a little piece of tape over the back side of this just so that nothing catches there, but I think we'll be okay. Okay, and then I'm still going to take some of this blue and we'll go around the edges here. You only have white and silver. Yeah, I have several different snowflake embellishments, and they'll all be part of my scoop sale in January. I have a lot of contacts from when I owned a scrapbooking store, so that's where a lot of my embellishment background comes from. All right, I'll just add a little bit of blue to his body. How fun is that? Now, let's go over the back. I don't know yet if I'm going to glue this in as a pocket, or if it's going to be a belly band, or if it's just going to slip into the pocket. I don't know yet, but we'll go ahead and put some ink back here. Why not? Yeah, the blue looks a little better with some more of the blue added here. And I think I'm going to add some stickles and make these little snowflakes and things sparkle eventually. We'll do that before we go. Otherwise, we'll be waiting for paint to dry. Okay, so sometimes it's fun to play with both sides and see which you would like. Now, you could put an eyelet accent on both sides because we have two sides of the thing here, so we can still pierce through two sides. You would have said red if you would have had a red snowflake, because Frosty had a red poinsettia or ribbon on his hat. Yeah, you're right. I think he did. I don't have a red snowflake, though. Okay, look how cute. And then we can just do a little dabbing here on the snowflakes with the blue. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so that's our toilet paper roll. Super cute and fun. Look how pretty they turned out. We can easily add some sparkle to these, though. You could also use embossing ink, pigment ink, and add some embossing sparkles. Treat ornaments, absolutely. You could run a couple stitches or ribbon or even just glue. You could put your little treats in here. Do a little hole punch and put some ribbon, or you can glue. Use your double-sided tape, whatever you want. Yeah, it's just a toilet paper roll, guys. Who knew? It literally took me a couple seconds just to run it through with my embossing folder. So when it starts as a toilet paper roll, I just pinched it in half and then literally sat them in here. So for the snowman, I made sure to position it. My embossing folder just has the snowman down here. So I just positioned here however I wanted, closed it, and ran it through my die cut machine. Now I've heard you can use a rolling pin if you don't have a die cut machine, but you probably won't have many of these if you don't have a die cut machine, just saying. You could also use stamps. You could squish this down. If you don't have the embossing folders, you could stamp on here. You could use stickers. You could use any kind of just ink and glitter glue, whatever you have. Use what you have. That is the beauty of homemade and handmade, just using what you have. If you have some of these beautiful printables, you could easily glue some of this pretty paper. Maybe you have wrapping paper. You want to put some wrapping paper in there. All kinds of fun ways to make beautiful projects for the holidays. Okay, so let's see what these ones look like. I just closed everything up. Let's see here. Lost Shadow. So this is a craft glassine bag. A lot of times you can find these. We have a U.S. What is it? U.S. Foods. It used to be Cash and Carry store here, but I think they're just U.S. Foods now. And they have all kinds of little bags, but sometimes you can actually get these as junk, things you would throw away. Maybe they hold your silverware from a store or maybe a pastry. If you are getting it from something that you ate, some kind of food in there, make sure it's nice and clean in here, no crumbs or anything like that. You don't want to invite ants or any kind of bugs into your journals. But they can be fun to add here. I love adding bags. All right, there's our cute little snowman. Let's just add just a little hint of blue around these snowflakes. You can see it doesn't take a lot, but I think it's really pretty. And then this one, we'll do the same thing, but this one I think I'm going to glue in as a pocket rather than making it a page. Although, if I did this as a page, look, half the snowflake would be on this side and the other half would be on that side. I think that's kind of neat. What do you guys think? So we could easily use it as a page, one in each signature, or we could just glue it in like this and it could be a fun pocket like this. All good here. Looking forward to this event every Wednesday. Awesome. Love that. Okay. So you can see you don't have to be precise going over this. Your inking tool, if you've never inked over an embossed image before, it does just find those raised edges. It will get somewhat on the background. You can kind of see, but it's okay. It's all right. Just embrace it. Totally fine. Okay, and then you could also do the debossed side as well. Oops, I put it right into the wrong ink. All right, let's close that one before I do that again. There we go. So add just a little bit of the blue around, and I always tend to do my best blending with my fingers. I've been that way since I used to do oil painting. I did a lot of oil painting with my fingers. Even though I had amazing brushes, felt like my best way to blend was with my fingers. There we go. I love that. So Stormy Sky and Lost Shadow for the Snowflake Win. I think it's got a great frosty feel. What do you guys think? Just go around the edge of this one. Add that blue, and that will make it be a little more cohesive to go into our book as well. Since I've got all of the blues going on in there. Although this one reminds me of Uncharted Mariner. Put some along this edge here. Now you don't have to do the inking if you don't like to ink, or maybe you don't have ink, or whatever the case may be. It's not your jam. You don't have to do that. I love ink. I think it's one of my favorite mediums. Now, do we like half of this, or do we like the whole thing? I kind of like the whole thing, guys. Okay, let's grab a wet wipe because I'm already a mess. So these are some of the junk in junk journals. Now you don't have to use junk. You don't have to go scouring your house for things you can reuse and repurpose. But honestly, I think it's kind of part of the fun. And sometimes I just save things because you like the whole thing too. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Because that is what makes every book super unique, in my opinion. You know, when you have all of these little parts that you're like, wow, where did they get that? That is so cool. I think those are the really fun parts of it. Okay, so let's see. I've got a snowman here and a snowflake here, but we have that blue one with the big snowflake there. So then maybe we'll do this one and the back signature, and this one in here somewhere. Now we could put this little guy right in here. And since it's going in the center of the signature, we could even glue it together and have it be a pocket here and a pocket here. This could be a pocket or a place for photos, or maybe a place for a fun sentiment, since it's going to go right in the center of the signature there. Okay, and then this guy, we could, like I said, we could easily glue it down somewhere in here on one of these pages. Maybe even here, we could glue it right there, and it could be a fun little pocket for a tag or something of that sort. We could also let it be like a belly band, and we could put stuff in here and still have a pocket over here. I kind of like it this way. I think that's kind of nice. I do also want to put some ink on. I use that embossing folder on textured cardstock. So I want to use some of this Lost Shadow and bring out that snowflake. And you see, it works just the same on just about every kind of texture. So I've done it on glassine bag. This is textured cardstock, and then toilet paper roll, which is just a thin cardboard. So your embossing folders will work for all of those things. And I really like this a lot. Now, since I have this branding strip up here, I could just take my ink and just kind of blur it out a little bit. But this is also a good place to add some rickrack or some extra ribbon or trim or whatever it is that you would like to put there. We're just going to go around the whole edge. All right, and then I don't know if we need much blue because the card is already blue, but we'll just add a couple little dabs in there just for some extra depth. Now the other side of this paper, we have the debossed image here. We could glue on some of our patterned paper and make a pocket or anything that we like. We can also just let it be like this and just be pretty. But the other end of this is just paper. I didn't do any kind of embossing. So this could make a pocket here, or it could make a little fold out, any of those things. So we are easily adding all kinds of fun to our book, which started out as just some printable papers. All right, let's close this up before I do something else silly. Now we'll find a page to put our little snowflake in. Snowflake bag here. Let's see. I want to put it on a side that's got plain paper here, but that goes really well with the other side. So I think it would go really well with this side. This has a fun little tree and snowy scene. Let's see what else we've got. It could easily go here because on the other side we have these snowflakes. So it'd be like snowflake, snowflake, snowflake. And that is actually about a pretty good matchup as far as size goes. We could put it here maybe. It's not the best matchup of size, but that's okay. When we glue this down, we could also make it a pocket on this side. So we'd have a pocket here, and then if we were to flip it over, then we have a pocket up here. We could put it on the back here, but we will also be able to see part of it down here because my edges are torn. And my napkin didn't work out so well. I did it on the dark blue cardstock. So what I might do is glue over this a lighter color and try again. It actually has some little birds and it's like some winter berries. Just kind of looks funny. It's really hard to see the images. So that's why that happened, is because I didn't do it on a lighter cardstock. I did on the blue. And I should have known better, but you know, sometimes you just go for it. I don't think I like it there. Here it would just be kind of plain. We could do it here. I did really quite like it here. I feel like it's a good match for this. What do you guys think? I have 2 drinks with me today, both cold. I am feeling a little frosty. I've got Dr. Pepper and I've got a blended Frappuccino. It was I think it was triple star day at Starbucks today, actually. Now, you know, I might go ahead and just do this here because we could also glue this as a pocket. So we'll have one pocket here and then one pocket up here. And then for this side over here, we can add some stamping. So let's see, is this flat enough? Yeah. All right. So I have these little stamps that I got during Stamptember. And this one I have been using just to add some little snowflakes to just about everything this holiday season. It is wonderful. So we'll just put it on here. And then I think I'm going to use this Stormy Sky. Hopefully you guys will be able to see it. But it also really looked good in frayed burlap. So we could add a little bit of that too. So let's see. Just that. Now these pages do come out. So I could, in essence, take them out to do this stamping. But I don't really worry so much about my stamping perfectionism anymore. I just kind of go for it. Maybe I should, because I was a little heavy-handed with the ink there. I'll just do a little less. And I'm just going to try and fill in with some lighter snowflakes. Okay. And then there's the frayed burlap up there. Maybe we'll just add in a couple in the background in a different color, just so it gives it a little more depth and dimension. Rub this off. Boy, that ink really got into those crevices there. Okay. And we'll just kind of put these all around, over the edge. Doesn't matter how it shows up. It's just to add interest, kind of like our scripty font stamping. Who would have knew frayed burlap, lust shadow, and stormy sky would be my winter my winter color favorite selection here. Let's just dab this off. This is a dry baby wipe, so we'll just kind of blot so that that doesn't smudge. There we go. Kind of looks a little like a snow flurry. Then we can put this on here. And we'll be good to go. So let's get some glue action going on. We made it to Wednesday, you guys. I know sometimes just a normal week, making it to Wednesday is a huge victory, but during the holiday season, I think is even more so of a victory. You know, there's just so many things going on. Some people feel maybe some disappointment because they're not doing all of the things, or they're not making all of the things, or there's been a lot of people with all kinds of illnesses and hospitalizations and surgeries and things going on, at least in my circle. So I hope everybody can stay well or get well or all of those things. Sending out all of the well wishes and light and love and blessings and all the things, just all the things. I don't know that it's ever a good time to be sick, but during the holidays just seems to hit that much worse. Okay. Now I left that part open right there so we can have a little pocket. There we go. So there's one of our little bags right there. I love that. And I think it's so fun when you see the different textures, the different papers, all the different things that you can put into a junk journal. Now, some of these pages here, I didn't print double-sided, but you absolutely can do that. My printer and I are learning to get along, and we're just not quite speaking the exact same language just yet. When I went to print on the back side, it printed everything upside down the first couple of times I've done that. So I think I figured it out, but I didn't want to try it out for this one. To avoid that, if you have a printer that doesn't print double-sided or whatever, you can glue two pages together. You can Absolutely do it whatever way you see fit. Now, sometimes when at the beginning, you guys saw me turn this one inside out. These make great pockets in here. So you could easily put a notch here, put some trim, glue this down as a pocket. And I think that's what I might do on one side. You can do both or you can just do one. So let's go ahead and make this one into a pocket. And I'm going to notch this not in the center, because I didn't want to miss out on that snowflake right there. And then we'll go ahead and ink this up because it also printed an edge. Now, I know my printer can print without an edge. We're still learning that as well. When I say don't print with an edge, it just makes this smaller edge instead of a bigger edge. So like I said, we're still learning to communicate. And that's okay. It kind of shows me where I can put my trim and where I can ink and or where I can tear. So if you don't get along with your printer very well, don't worry. You're not the only one. And I have been an HP printer girl for a very long time. So I have a lot of experience with HP printers. And we're still just not right on the same page. I wish we were. I guess I need to spend some more time. Maybe watch some YouTube videos. I don't know. It would really help me out a lot if I could print like a batch mailing system thing with the printer. Maybe one day I'll have it all together. Maybe. All right, so let's go ahead and glue this as a pocket. I want to turn it over because I think this page might be a little smaller back here. So down here, I'm going to add some snowflakes just so we have something fun to look at. I'm not using scripty font in this one. I've been using snowflakes instead of that. Sorry, you guys get to see my granny sleeves. This is my house sweater. It's just comfy and lets me be cozy and gives an extra layer of warmth. It's not cute, but it rarely leaves the house. Okay, we'll just put some of these snowflakes down here to look at. And maybe up here. I don't know where all we're going to see it. Oops. Now, it's funny because usually when we do scripty font, you're not meant to read it or know what it is. You're supposed to kind of look at it and wonder. And on these snowflakes, obviously, we get to see what they are. But I think it's just adds another area of interest. So I always encourage everyone to look at things from all sides because you want to make sure you know what's going to be seen. And see right here, we can just see just a little bit. We could rip some more if we wanted to see some more. I don't mind that we just see a little bit. In fact, we don't even really see anything there. So let's go ahead and add some ink here. Just enough to call out the color on the edge of the paper. I don't know what is going on with this dabber. It's like not sticking good. It's a brand new one, but here we go. Okay, so then glue. And also on these edges where they don't kind of match up, we could also put a trim. So if we didn't want to see these snowflakes here, we could put some trim there. Is the paper you printed on 65-pound weight and in a cream color? Yes, ma'am. That seems to be my favorite way to print these days is on this creamy color. And I'll show you, you can kind of see this is white and this is cream. So it's not yellow at all. It just is like it's like a creamy butter color. Well, and even I think butter is more yellowy. Oops, got a little carried away with my glue. We'll wipe that right off of there. And then back here, this other page is a little longer than our pocket. That's totally fine. We could have stamped some more. Let me show you where I'm talking about. Here we go. Right here, we could have stamped some more, but I'm going to probably put a trim and maybe even a charm there. Yeah, that's right. I do speak HP, but what happened? Ah, that's Alyssa. Alyssa's in the house. Yes, she's been here as we've been trying to get the printer to do what it wants to do. And it's one of these Bluetooth ones, so it has an app and it thinks it's all smart and all the things. Now, if we didn't want this huge area here, huge, it's about 2 inches, an inch, 2 inches, we could just tear this down, but I don't want to lose a lot of my image here. So again, look at all sides before you just start tearing and doing the things. And I'm going to let this be for a little bit just to dry before I start putting things in there. One other thing I wanted to show for some of these other edges that are just white, I had to tear some of these pages down to make them fit in between my elastic here. So look at this. What wonderful way to use this. We can easily just add it as some trim on some of these pages, and it brings in the design paper onto a spot that's maybe not so decorated. And let's go ahead and give some ink around the edges there. The printer doesn't speak HP either then. You know, they just try to make them too smart. Like, it'll say, the printer is low on paper. So then I go and put paper in it, and it says, you have added paper to the paper tray. And then, if you don't click the little OK button, it won't print, even though you added paper, because it has a message for you. Well, I understood the message. I put paper in like you asked. Let's move on. Ugh. They think they're so smart. And then we have a couple of different Wi-Fi networks here at our house. And if you're not on the same one as the printer, it just says there's no air printer. Well, what it's not telling you is there's no air printer on this Wi-Fi network. So then you're frustrated thinking, what happened to my printer? Yeah. Technology is wonderful when it works. It does print beautifully, though, I have to say. Okay, so let's just go ahead and use this. Now, this is a great way trying to use all the pieces, all the scraps, all the things. This was just some tear-offs from where the paper was too tall to fit my book. So I tore it off, and these are the leftover edges. You can make them hang over the paper as well if you want to, like this, so that it looks like it is flush to the edge there. And remember to check and see what it looks like on this side. So this side is probably going to get some trim, or at least some ink, but probably trim. And when I say trim, I mean ribbon or lace or maybe even some yarn, something of that nature. I think that looks quite lovely. And you can see if you're going to use this as a writing journal, just having that decorative edge there makes it really nice. It's got a little something on the page. It helps it tie into the rest of the collection here, but doesn't take over the writing area. And if you don't want to write, you can easily put in a photo, any of those things. So let's see. Whoops. Walter, stay in your lane, buddy. No, I did not name him. I was saying that, by the way. Walter is the Tim Holtz December die for this year, and his name is Walter. I didn't name him, but he needs to go to his cart. Gets lost in translation, obviously. Or sometimes it's doing the things I told it to do, but I didn't mean to tell it to do. If that's even a problem, but it really truly is. Okay. So this piece was just a scrap piece again from tearing off either, one of the ends or one of the tops. But we can easily just make this into a tag here. We're just gonna, we could ink and cut the edges, or we can just use our little tag punch here. You could also use a tag die or a decorative edge die or whatever you have. There we go. And I've got all kinds of extra edging here, so I'm going to go ahead and use frayed burlap just because it has that dark color around there. Oop, don't lose my pin. I don't know how I haven't lost that pin yet. It's been some close calls a couple of times. See how that just blended right in? Love that. And blend on this extra edge. And that is how you can also get rid of some of that if it prints an outer layer while keeping your paper, your real estate of your paper. I like to put a little ink on this back side. This back side could be used for writing or photos or whatever you want to use it for. Okay. And then we'll put an eyelet. Maybe we'll put one of the snowflakes right at the top there. Should we do blue or white? Here we are again. Blue or white? We used blue last time. Maybe we'll use white this time. And this is, of course, going on to this creamy paper, so it is looking very, very bright white. I'm okay with that. Some people don't like mixing the white with the off-white. In this instance, I think it looks fine. Totally don't mind. Again, remember when you're using your eyelets, you want to put that prong on the top side, so it's going like this. And squeeze ever so, you got to squeeze firmly so that it closes, but you don't want to keep squeezing once it has squished the eyelet down, or you will break some of these pieces here, and then you'll be sad. Okay. And then this can hold a tag. It could hold ephemera. We could even use our little snowflake here as like a little clip to hold it extra on there. And this one, oh, this is for our front of the cover. I was going to say this one could make a fun little note card, but no, we don't want it to do that because that's going to be for the cover. Okay. So we don't have too much time left, but let's go ahead and put some of these extra edges in here. I love this one. I think this was a piece of another page, but let's put this. So I just kind of grab it and tear it off about where I think it'll go. Dab it with some blue ink and glue it right in there. And then I really like the uneven edges in a junk journal. I think it just adds to the interest of it. If you don't like that, you can easily just cut it with a trimmer. You can pull these pages out if you've done a slipped spine like I have here, and then easily add this trim there and put it right back into place. Can also add some stamping to the edges, to the backgrounds of the papers. Sometimes that's another way to just add some decoration without taking up too much of the page space as far as for writing or photos, whatever it is that you plan to do with the book. And a lot of times I am more of a bookmaker than a journaler, so a lot of times I try to leave the books available for use however they might go into play. I don't know. I do have a hard time parting with my books, though, which is why I have books everywhere. Literally sitting in boxes in my living room. I don't know that that was the outcome I thought my books would have, but until I'm ready to part with them, that's where they are for right now. You got your craft with me yesterday. Awesome. Okay, that is good to know. Hopefully I can get your hopefully we can get you your scoops and stuff through Lorraine. That's awesome. Remy, out. Okay, so I think I've done these on both the right side. I tend to do things more on the right side, so I need to intentionally try to do some on the left side. It's no secret, I'm a right-handed girl, and I typically tend to do some. Although, look, I don't really have anywhere on the left side I can do one, except for maybe right here. We'll go ahead and put one right there. I had a little snowy piece that I thought would be kind of fun. Where did it go? Ah, there it is, but it's too short. Now, you can also use this to make clusters. So if this is too short, you might put this here. Maybe we'd put a little snowflake here. Maybe we'd put a little piece of lace behind it. We've only got just a few minutes. I don't know that we will have time to make one. But it is easy to make those clusters. And then up here, we could put some little snowflakes or something of the like. So this little piece will definitely go to use still as well. Hi, Robin. Hello and welcome. We could also put that little piece here and make a little cluster here, but I haven't decided yet if I want to make this a pocket or if it's going to be a little flippy piece. So we'll leave that one for right now. And then let's put some glitter on this snowflake while we're still together. In just a few minutes, you guys will head on over and see Leah make all things with me. So this is what it will look like if we just put this blue. This is Sea Breeze, and this is a translucent jewel drop from Nuvo. And you can add it to anywhere that you'd like. So those are the little circles. I'm going to go ahead and use this other one because I really want this guy to sparkle. So this one again is the glitter drops, and it's Silver Moon Dust, also by Nuvo. I'm not affiliated with Nuvo or any of those, anywhere. Not affiliated, guys. If I were, I would tell you. I am on the design team for Guided Creations Printables, which is where all of the digital images I've been using today are from. I will put the link to her Etsy store down in the description box. So if you enjoy these Wednesday lives, we greatly appreciate you hitting the thumbs up, subscribing, liking, following, doing all of those YouTube-y things. And up after me is Make All the Things with Me from Leah. And then after her will be Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage. And we come up with the same theme, but it doesn't mean that we make the same kinds of crafts. Christy is a junk journaling mixed media artist that also does some beautiful DIY home decor. And Leah is a paper crafter from back in the scrapbooking heydays, just like myself. And she also makes some beautiful home decor. So you never quite know what you're going to be in for. But today we are doing Feeling Frosty as our theme. So hopefully this little bit of a snowflake shiver has left you feeling a little frosty. And hopefully I'll be able to report back with a complete flip through of this book. I have so many flip throughs I need to do. I'm very behind. But I do so much appreciate Christy's Crafty Cottage for putting together the Artistry Collective, letting us be here with you every Wednesday. And thank you guys so much for following and doing all the things, supporting my channel, supporting the other ladies' channels. We greatly appreciate all of you. So thank you so much for being with me. Go head over to Make All the Things with Me, and I'll see you guys next Wednesday.